Good morning, everybody. It is 4:15 in the morning, Tuesday night here in Belo Horizonte, Brazil. And tonight is day 10 of our Polyphasic sleeping challenge. Tonight we decided to change things up a little bit by coming outside and getting on the slack line. As we've mentioned before, it's becoming increasingly difficult to stay awake at night, so we need to do activities to keep us awake. And so we decided, well, why not come out here and slackline? So as you can see, we've set up the slackline across the street. There was one car that came by, and then after he drove by, we put the line up. And so we're hoping that no cars come by, and if they do, we'll have to take it down really quickly. So on day 10, we have some reflections that we want to talk about. One, I think the biggest reflection is that it's super difficult to stay awake during these zombie hours, between midnight and 6 a.m. If you don't have something to do, if you're not being actively doing something, you're gonna fall asleep, and we have to keep catching each other and waking each other up. We see one of the other ones slipping, and we have to say, "Hey, dude, wake up! Stop! What are you doing?" So I think this would be incredibly difficult to do if we were alone. I would say it would be impossible to do if we were alone. It just would require an absurd amount of self-discipline in order to stay awake.
Yeah, what it really comes down to is just getting off your ass and out of the house. And it's hard to do that when you feel like a zombie. All you want to do is sit, lay down, do nothing.
Dude, there's a dog coming here.
That's no problem. And so we have to keep looking over our shoulder, make sure no car comes and breaks my slack line. But
what if you break their car?
Yeah, or it breaks their car. But
So this is day 10. So what advice would you give to people who are considering taking on this challenge, and what reflections do you have that are unique to day 10?
Well, if you want to adapt to this schedule, come to Belo Horizonte, Brazil, and we'll help you get on it. Some words of advice: you really have to be able to get out of your bed right away. Don't sleep in your bed. Like I just said, sleep on the ground, sleep on the couch, preferably the ground if you have a yoga mat, and just something that's not that comfortable, and so you can get up right away and do it when you're not. Best to do it not in the winter time, if possible. Try to eat really healthy. Vegan is best. Lots of fruit, easy stuff to digest. Find someone else to do it with you. Get a partner. That would be the biggest help. Someone that lives with you, ideally.
Yeah. So we're 10 days into this. You're probably wondering, well, is it worth it? I would say by this time, yeah, it's worth it. Even a few days in, you get a glimpse of what life is like polyphasically. You get this feeling of, you get to see how much extra time you would have, all the things that you could do, the possibilities start opening up, and beyond that, once you can be a functioning, once you can learn to function during these midnight hours, it's incredible. Like someone's smoking weed. Who the fuck is smoking weed at 4:20 in the morning? Anyway, so one thing. There was it hasn't been completely consistent yet by day 10, but there have been a few days when I've just been on the ball. I've had increased clarity and focus and concentration. That I had concentration that was superior to what I had when I was monophasic during one day, like at 3 in the morning. So I was just working all night, writing, doing all sorts of stuff that I'd always dreamed about doing.
That was after your oversleep, though, right?
Yeah, that was after I overslept. That's true. But the next day also, I still carried over.
Yeah, so we're still kind of like in zombie mode during that 1 to 7 time period, but when I say in zombie mode, it's just because we fall asleep really easily. We're not as tired as we were those first few videos where you saw us were just like dead. So I can get pretty awake during those times, but my body's still just natural reaction is just to fall asleep. So it's especially important to get out of the house, and as soon as you get out of the house, I feel fine. I feel great, just like I normally would if I got a full night's rest and monophasic sleep. And so it's just important, get out of the house at night and get on your feet, get moving, and that's just about the most important tip.
Cool. So they say that by day 14, that's when the adjustment period is over and the adaptation period begins. So we'll have another one of these longer updates where by day 14 to talk about how things are going and how our adjustment and adaptation is going. So subscribe to the channel over there, here, whatever it is, and we'll catch you later. Sweet dreams.